Hi Aries, this is Star. So I've had this deck, the Transparent Tarot, for quite some time, but I've never actually used it on camera. So I wanted to try a little experiment today and use it and see what happens. So let's see. Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. What does Aries need to know today? This deck is kind of hard to shuffle, so I'm just going to be pulling from the middle of the deck, but I'll do it on camera so that you guys know. All right, here we go. Oh, nice. Okay. All right, so we have two sixes, Six of Wands, Six of Cups, and the Page of Pentacles. Here's another six. Six of Pentacles, okay. Do one more layer. So these cards are meant to be layered. That's why they're transparent. Okay. All right, Aries, let's take a look here. Okay. I do feel, Aries, that you've been through some huge ending in your life or some huge change. Trying times, that's what I'm getting. Very, very challenging. But I feel as though right now everything's coming into balance. Everything, I feel like karma is going to be a big theme for you in the coming days, weeks, months, whatever this may be. It's definitely a topic that's going to be coming up. Karma is. I feel like there's a lot of lessons that are being learned here from the past. You're doing a lot of reflecting. I don't think that you per se are getting the negative side of this karma. I do feel like you are starting to see that whatever it is that you have done, the actions that you have taken in this particular situation that has changed drastically or ended, although it's been difficult for you, it's something that needed to happen. And whatever it was at the end of it, when you get to the other side, because I feel like a lot of you are still kind of in the middle of this, more towards the end, if not at the end. Okay. You're at the point in this situation where you're kind of just doing an inventory of all that went on, all that happened, all of the participants, who's still standing with you and who is not. I do get the sense that a lot of you are looking around and you're not seeing many people. It's just you. And that's a little bit hard to bear. But at the same time, I do feel, or I'm seeing, that it's very empowering, even though it is hard to bear. It's a whole new era for you. There's a lot of people right now who are depending on you, or you feel that burden on your back. But it's because you've learned so much. It's because you hold so much wisdom, so much experience, and people see the ease and the grace with which you have performed. I want to say performed. I don't feel like that's the right word, but it's like you've done a great job. You know, the first card that came up was the Six of Wands. So there, even though it's been difficult, because we do have the Ten of Wands here as well, but it's like it's been a job well done. And that's why you're feeling this sense of calmness, harmony. It's like the harmony is coming back into your life after some time. That's not to say that it's all smooth sailing from here. I do feel like you're getting a chance to breathe and to rest. It's very important that you rest because some of you have been through hell. But the worst is over. That's what I'm seeing. The worst is definitely over. This is the start of a new cycle in your life. A cycle in which you start at the peak of your empowerment, of really seeing, because you've been put through it. You really don't know how strong you are until you've been put through hell. You can think you know. You can feel it inside of you. You can see the characteristics of your strength. But until it's put to the test, you really don't know. And nobody really does know. But I feel like right now you do. You know. Because you've been put through that test. The difficulty here, I kind of want to pull some more cards, and I feel like I will. I feel like the difficulty, because like I said, I feel like karma is something of a theme that is coming up very much for you. The Ten of Wands is going to be more so in you experiencing or being witness to the karma of those who did you wrong. And it's not going to be something that you enjoy, because these were people that you have a close emotional bond to. It's not something that you are going to laugh at or going to find pleasure in. At least most of you won't. Let me do one more layer. Yeah, so some of you are wondering here if you're just destined to be alone forever. And for some of you, that's what is weighing heavily on your heart is, yeah, I feel empowered now. I know that I'm strong. I know I can do anything I put my mind to. I know I can recover from anything anybody throws at me. But does that mean now I'm destined to be completely alone? I don't think so. With this Chariot card being here, there's someone that you shared time with, a lot of time with. Okay, for some of you, you're getting over a marriage or a commitment, or this could be like family issues. Some of you have had to let go of family members. Some of you have overcome an addiction, and this is about that addiction that you overcame by yourself. So, a little different for each of you, but you're at the end of this. You're still in that point in this journey, in that point of reflection. Okay, so that is an important place to be. It's not one that should be looked over or should be overlooked. That's all I'll say. It should not be overlooked. It is an important part of this whole process to really let all of that soak in. Because I feel like once you get to that point where you're not feeling that anxiety for another person to fill a void, that's when you know you've truly healed. So there's a little bit more to go, but you've just really have done the work. You've been through a lot, but I'm seeing two cards here of success and victory. You definitely had a victory. It may not feel like it to you because I do feel like a lot of you are still kind of struggling. But no, the progress is there. Progress is happening. As we speak, it's happening. You may not see it materialize yet, but it will. Like I said, you're at the very end of this process. It's just that this ending is an important part of it. It's not one that you can rush through, because if we rush through this piece of the puzzle, you can risk having, in some cases, a relapse. In others, you could regress to a time of I want to say codependency for many of you. The point is that you are where you're supposed to be at this point in time. You've been doing great. Everything else is going to come when it's supposed to, at the moment that it's supposed to. But yeah. You should be proud of yourself, Aries. I mean, I feel exhausted just looking at all of this. I don't know if this happened through like years or if this just happened through like 1 year or a couple months. I don't know, but it just feels like a lot. But you did it. It's the worst is over. You're just now in the reevaluation phase. Just kind of looking through all, checking your boxes, looking through the work from the past, making sure you understood what went on, what you did, where you went wrong. And those blessings are coming because there's victories here. All right, Aries, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll see you soon. Bye.